Hello, everyone. I welcome you officially to the Sustainable Series 1.0, and this Sustainable Series is aimed at bringing informative programs, informative podcasts that could bring about change and orientations in the mindset of young people of this generation. A lot of things have been happening lately on how we see things as young people. A lot of changes in our ideology and what we believe, so many wrong information flying here and there. And this is why we are bringing this series to everyone so that we can hear from fellow young persons what they think about these issues and how they go about navigating it towards getting a more desirable result. The truth of the matter is, if we don't talk about it, a lot of persons will be ignorant of the fact that, okay, these things happen, or these are the ways we can go about solving them. And I will not be doing this alone. I have amazing people that will be joining me tonight to discuss on the topic everything Valentine. All right, you're welcome. So, like I was saying before you joined, that the essence of this series is to put out the information out there for young people to know how some of these issues that affect them, how other young persons are going about solving them, and their perception and things, how they view these issues. The truth of the matter is, a lot of things is happening that so many people are ignorant of, and if you ask them, they don't give you like the desired answer you want. And if you don't talk about it, then we are not going to get the desired result we want. So that is why we are going towards this route. We'll be bringing, this is not going to be a one-time thing. We hope to bring other engaging topics, that will also bring other persons to talk about the resource people within that field. And okay, why we are doing this is because Valentine just happened. To those who have who are in a relationship. Whoa, goodness. So those who are single, hello, are you single or you're engaged? Let's begin from there.
All of the above.
Oh, it's complicated.
Not complicated, actually.
So, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Can you please just introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Jennifer Oka. I'm a social media manager, a microbiologist, a fashion designer, anything you can think of. I'm everywhere.
That's amazing.
I'm everywhere.
That's amazing. You're everywhere. So what do you do currently? What are you doing now?
Currently, I'm interning as in a fashion brand, with a fashion brand. So hopefully,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to starting up something on my own in a bigger way. We've been doing it low key, but trusting God is going to come up bigger this time around.
Well, anyway, it's good that you have something in the pipeline. So how has it been with all the things happening in our country, the dollar increment and all?
Honestly, I can't say it's been all rosy. Yes, the whole economy is affecting everyone, and there's nothing we can actually do about it than just keep hustling and doing our best, because there is really nothing we can do about it. Only the government has the power over it, and since our government has failed us, all we can do is try not to fail ourselves as well. So we keep pushing.
That's it. Instead of blaming the government, we need to be proactive in finding our own our own ground in all of this because it's not looking so nice at
Not
all.
nice. You can
At
imagine
all.
things they were as a what am I saying? As a last year, late last year, dollar was around 800 and something, and now dollar is times two of that. Like within how many months? Probably before the year runs out, dollar might be 2,000 naira. Who knows? I just hope it doesn't
Mm.
get to that.
Is to go and look for dollar
Jobs,
paying job now.
yes. Maybe we should go into Upwork and all this tech stuff.
I think our discussion, next discussion to be on something like this. What other things can young people do,
Mm,
with the rising
maybe.
inflation and all.
Yes.
Now we can, because now you can't just have one paying job and you hope to survive. I was seeing on the social
Maybe.
media today how parents were complaining how they are not able to feed their children, feed the family again and all. One was even saying, I can't even ask my children if they are okay after eating, and all of that happening. So it's really not looking so nice for parents at this
The
time.
child
But
might
we
actually
just
say, I'm not satisfied. But then, where is the extra food to give to the child? Everyone is just managing whatever they have right now. It's
yeah.
it's really crazy.
So you're welcome once again, Madam Jennifer. You are more like a celebrity now, and I know you have
Lower your
a good
voice,
fan base,
please.
and in a way, you become like an authority that I'm sure a lot of young persons are as well looking up to you, and they are watching all you're doing, and that is why we decided to bring you live, because whatever you say will go a long way in helping shaping their belief system, their ideology, because there's a lot of misconception when it comes to the Valentine Day celebration and the whole thing about relationship and love,
Yeah.
and that is why we are bringing this. Let's hear your own view about it, and also you can, in a way, encourage the younger people or other youths listening or that will watch afterwards to learn one or two things from your experience.
This
I know you're
this
feeling.
mentor thing, yeah. I'm also
Yes.
being mentored by people, so anyone looking up to me should try as much as possible to understand that I'm also human. I'm not perfect. I have flaws. So if they are looking up to me for certain things, they should not be surprised if they actually see me doing some certain things because I'm also human. So they should not raise the bar so high. Jennifer is just another ordinary human being like them. I'm not superhuman, okay? So with that being said, we can move forward.
Uh, I get where you're going with this, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It can be a mentoring mentee, in a
Hmm.
way. So don't overthink it. You understand? So and I'm hoping that after this show, people will flood your timeline and call you, Mama, please mentor us.
Hmm.
Please, if you are watching from anywhere you're watching from, please share this live video. Share this live video to your timeline. We want it to get to a good number of persons. So please share. Share, that's the only love you can share to us now, that you can give to us. Share this live video anywhere you're watching from. So let's go straight into our discussion. So the essence is for us to discuss Valentine, everything about Valentine, also know your own view about Valentine. And well, let me begin. I asked you earlier, but I think you were shy to say your relationship status, but let me leave it like that. Let me not push further. Let me not push further. You know, but I'm sure something is also. I'm sure. So let's begin. What does Valentine mean to you? As a person, what does Valentine mean to you?
As a person, I would say Valentine's Day is a day. Okay, let me start from the origin of what I know about Valentine to what it has come to mean to me today. Now, Valentine's Day is I think it was a day to commemorate the death of Saint Valentine.
Saint Valentine. Yes.
Yes, he was martyred and buried on 14th of February. So most places across the world it commemorates Saint Valentine's Day on February 14th. Now, this was a Catholic priest who was involved in lots of charity works. Okay. Then also, I think there was a particular time when the emperor outlawed marriage and outlawed wedding. Yes. So the priest was wedding people behind the. He was secretly getting people married. Yes, I think that was
Okay.
what led to his death. Now, along the fact that he was really invested in people's love life. Okay, he was happy to see two people that are really in love, and he wanted to make sure that people in love stayed together. I think that was the reason why he would. God is love. Now, if we are serving God and we don't love, then I don't know what what the definition of our love is. Now, for him to be able to wed two people who are in love, I think he was following God's standard. And I think that was also what got him killed. So 14th of February is to commemorate his death. Now, this man is also someone who was invested in charity. He visited the orphans. He did a lot of charity work during his days. So for me personally, I came to see Valentine's Day. I understand Valentine's Day to be a day where we celebrate our loved ones, where we reach out, where we share love, we spread love. Okay, we reach out to people, both the ones we know and the ones we don't know. It's a day where love itself is being celebrated, either in form of giving out gifts or reaching out. You just do something nice for someone to let the person know, yes, make people around you feel like, yes, they are being loved. That
All
is my
right.
definition of Valentine's Day. But recently, in recent times, the way people are
Don't go there.
flying
Don't go
on,
there yet. Don't go there. Don't go there yet. Just hold on. We are coming to that. We are coming to that.
right? Okay.
Shout out to Boski Nwagu. Thank you for joining. We'll see you. Grace Chuku. We'll see you too. Thank you for joining. Who else? Fryo Papi. Thank you for joining. We see you as well. So that was fine. Why I say you shouldn't go there, I know that is going to be the interesting part, like the peak of our discussion. The whole misconception about it now. Now, from what you said, the origin of all the Valentine itself, we understand now that it is for love, to share love, if to remain. Although for me, I believe it shouldn't be, love shouldn't be professed just in a day, in a way.
Mm,
Because some people are making it look like that's the only day where you can show your partner that you love them, and all of
mm.
that. But I feel it shouldn't be like that for me. But we are coming to that place. So now going to the next question. What do you now think has gone wrong with what you said and how it's being practiced now?
Well, a lot of things have actually gone wrong. This generation, we are just normalizing things that we shouldn't normalize. Like our mentality, our how we react, our mindset towards things just keep, should I use the word evolving? Because I don't see any reason why, okay, fine. The fact that he got couples wedded when Saint Valentine was alive doesn't necessarily narrow down love to only couples. Yes, couples are also meant to celebrate St. Valentine's Day. But the way youth today we celebrate Valentine's Day as if it's, I feel like this gen, okay, not even starting with Gen Z, the generation, we have come to really define love from a different perspective. Now we see love as material things. We see love as physical pleasure, okay? And we really want to explore these things. but there are way deeper
Mm.
meanings of love than this lust and the rest of it. When we're talking about love here, we are talking about making people around you, feel like someone cares for them, showing care, kindness, attention to people around you. Make them feel loved. Let them know, yes, no matter what you're going through, no matter what is circumstances surrounding everything, we care, I care, okay? And you could express this in so many ways, like I said earlier, either by gifting them or your actions towards them, the way you talk to them, the way you relate with people. And
Mm.
these are ways we can show our love. But now we narrowing it down to only lovers. No, Valentine's Day is not meant for just lovers.
Mm. So you're saying we can extend it to our mothers, to our siblings, to people around us, not
Our
just to our partner.
family, friends, loved ones, colleagues, neighbors, acquaintance, everyone around you. When they say love is
I
in the
think we
air,
need to allow this.
if
We need to allow this very
yes,
well.
if love is in the air, it's actually not in the air for you and your partner alone. If love in the air, everyone is supposed to perceive that love that is in the air. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
when we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about love being in the air, then it's meant for everyone. Everyone is meant to experience love, feel that love. But when you're narrowing it down to your partner, then love is no longer in the air. It's between you and your partner. And I don't think it's
It's
actually
gonna
right for you
be
to put out, like you said earlier, just one specific day to tell your partner I love you. No, you have every day of your life or the rest of your life to tell your partner I love you, to prove to do those little things that makes your partner feel loved. Okay, but when you're narrowing it down to one particular day, personally, I do not really I feel like Valentine's Day, eh, if my partner is going out of the way to make me feel one kind of way on Valentine's Day, I feel like it's fake. Why? You have
mm,
every other day to
mm,
do this thing. So why must it be this
this deep.
specific day? So if there was no Saint
Mm,
Valentine's Day, that means you would not even do all these things for me. For goodness sake, we have from January to December. If you are only making me feel loved for one day out of
day.
365 days, then something is wrong somewhere. Make me
Wow,
feel
wow,
loved
wow,
the
wow,
rest of the
wow.
364 days. What happened to it? So, for
And
couples, every day you should prove your love to your partner. Affirm those words or whatever it is
yes,
is a partner's love language. Make the person feel loved. For this Valentine's Day, reach out to those less privileged, those who do not really have people to care or love them, those who are desperate for love, those who really need this love, because they are out there and you can imagine growing up, looking at these kids growing up without parents. You know, why not just hang out with these children? As in, play with them, gift them, have this kind of heart-to-heart conversation with these people. Go out to the streets, meet the less privileged. There are people out there that are actually starved of love. There are people that just need someone to show a little care to them. So 14th is not for me and my partner. It's for me and my partner to reach out to others, not basically for the both of us. That is my
wow, wow,
opinion.
wow. Thank you. I so go with what all you're saying because well, I love the angle you're coming from. Sincerely, I think that's the way it should be because if you and I are partners, we profess love every day. Love should be like the bedrock of our relationship. So every
Definitely.
day our love evolve. Why must it be a day, a specific day that will now show all the love? So it means I've been bottling up the love
Yeah.
for that specific day and I give it to you, which doesn't really make sense. So after that, the one that happens, and I think we are not doing it well from what you're saying. And I think it's high time we start doing the needful, like reaching out to the people that really deserve this love. Imagine people sleeping under the bridge, the homeless, going out to them, even though it shouldn't even be on a particular day, it should be also be something that we do on a regular basis,
Regular
you know,
basis,
going
yes.
out to them to express that love and, make them feel love, make them feel they have people also thinking about them, even if they don't have the basic resources. Thank you so much for that. And I hope the next Valentine's Day we do something, we'll go away from the norm.
Okay,
We'll put
yeah,
that
but
in our plans.
let me say something quickly. Let me add something quickly. Okay, I'm not saying it's wrong for you to buy flowers, gifts, or anything for your partner on Valentine's Day. It's totally
Okay.
fine to go out of your way to do anything for your loved one on St. Valentine's Day, but it should not just be limited to just you and your partner. I feel like it is St. Valentine's Day, so let's share this love. Let's spread the love. Fine, we could do whatever you and your partner want to do, indoors or outdoor, anyhow. But make sure you also reach out to people. Don't just be the only one expressing the love between two couples or two lovers. Now, also let that love be extended to others out there.
All right. Thank you so much for this. Now this brings me to another question. Now, away from people in a relationship. Now, for those who are single to stupor, like us, don't come to my DM. Oh. I know somebody will come to my DM. Don't come to my DM
Oh,
yet.
yes, it's open. If
So,
you don't open it, I'll open it for you.
so for people who are single, how can they show self-love? How can they, appreciate themselves that if nobody is coming to show them love? Do you have anything
Self
to say about that?
love. Okay, every day. You know, one thing I would always tell people is you can't really love others until you've loved yourself enough before you be able to show love to someone else. So you need to first love yourself. And now, when we're talking about Valentine's Day, and for those who are single, you want to celebrate Valentine's Day. There are so many things you could do. You know the things you love doing. There are some people that love going to the parks, some love going to beach, some love visiting different places. Okay, that thing you enjoy doing. If you want to celebrate Valentine, you can as well just hang out, do whatever it is that keeps you happy, whatever it is that makes you happy. Do it for yourself, stay happy. Because if you're it's not about you don't really need someone else, okay? You don't really need a partner to validate your happiness. You need to be happy first. Then your partner being there will complement your joy, your happiness. So on Valentine's Day, as a single lady or guy, just go out there, be cool, have your fun, do whatever it is that makes you happy. You know how you share love, you know how you spread love, you know what love means to you. Go out there, reach out to people that you love. You have your family, you have your friends, hang out, do whatever it is that keeps you happy. If you want to gift yourself, there is nothing wrong with going out there to buy gifts for yourself. No, 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 no. There is nothing wrong with that. If you can afford
Exactly.
it, do it.
Exactly. Exactly. Single people out there, you read it. Show yourself love. Take yourself out. They call it master dating, where you take
Yes,
yourself out on a personal date
motivation.
without anybody. It is called master dating. So master dates, go out and go to the beach, go to the spa, go to cool places and enjoy yourself. You understand? You don't have to be in a relationship before. And some people will be like, I'm single. Nobody is showing me. Some people even feel depressed. They feel so bad on that day that nobody is. See, she has just said it now. You don't have to feel little about yourself. Self-love is underrated. Take yourself
Highly
out.
underrated.
Feel good.
Highly underrated.
You understand? You can go out, buy yourself good shawarma. No shawarma, depending on what you have, depending
Yes,
on.
whatever you want to eat. If it's Nkwobi, Ishewu, anything you want.
Mm,
Enjoy yourself, please. And if you're a
that
stay-at-home person, stay at home, play music, sip your wine, dance, vibe, just do whatever it is that keeps you alive, that keeps you happy. That's my perspective.
and I love your perspective. It's just so funny that with all these information you're dishing out, we still don't know your relationship status. But then we'll leave it for another day. We'll Google check. We'll go and find out. We'll do forensic search about you and see what exactly where you belong. Either you're single, you're in a relationship, or it's complicated.
It's
You
not
know.
complicated, though.
But you don't want to say it now. Hmm?
I
You
think
don't
my my,
want to share
my
with us.
my my private life is private, so and I would love to keep it that way.
Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'm really enjoying this conversation. So one other thing is, I've heard a lot of people saying stuff about love language. This is my love language. This is my love language. I don't know if you also heard about it, or
Hmm.
you're in the school of thought that some people have something called love language. So it is until you do this to them that you have really touched them, that you love them. So first, what do you do you also believe in the love language scenario? And then just answer that first. Let me before the next question.
Well, I feel people have their love languages. Yes. Like generally, I think there are about five of them. There have been act of service.
Adeyemi is saying, wait, Adeyemi is saying, love yourself. Why shawarma do? Jennifer, like food, I know.
Ah, anyway, I won't say
And
anything.
thank you, Ka Ude Okacha. He said our perspective varies. Do whatever that makes you happy or works for you. Yes, thank you for that too.
You know, at some point I always have this thing about this statement. Do whatever makes you happy. I I kind of have some reservations about that statement. You know, when you
Okay.
say do whatever that makes you happy, a lot of people they just do whatever it is, irrespective of what it is, whether wrong. Okay, we can really maybe let's say right and wrong might be relative, but morally and in African standards, there are a lot of things that are wrong, ethically wrong, morally wrong. But when you tell people to do whatever makes you happy, they can go ahead to do whatever is wrong, all in the name of yes, this thing makes me happy. If
Mm,
drinking to stool, if smoking, if going on smoking illegal drugs, consuming illegal drugs makes you happy, we all know that these things are wrong. But when we say do whatever makes you happy, we should always try to
happy.
attach that comma. Let it be specified that okay, not the negative ones or things that will affect you negatively. As long as this will affect you positively and it makes you happy, go for it. I think that is a better way to put that statement than just saying do whatever makes you happy.
But then, don't you think even when people say that, people still have the willpower to decide for themselves? Why? Because why? When I say something, fine, I said this, do whatever makes you happy. Must you go with all I say? Don't you have your own senses to make decision for yourself and say, okay, well, even though this person has said this, I shouldn't do this because it does not align to what I believe or
Now
something.
you are welcome to Gen Z, a generation where there is high rate of moral decadence. For goodness sake, a lot of people just want to do whatever it is. They don't even mind the consequences. People don't think twice about
Mm.
the effects, after effects of their actions currently. They just do whatever it is at that moment, then later face the consequences. So this generation barely think about consequences of my action. They just want to act. So when you're telling a Gen Z, do whatever that makes you happy, expect anything.
And another thing, I think another reason is because some of these people have positioned themselves as a public figures or influencers in that space. So people are already looking up to them as role model and stuff like that. So when they say something, a lot of person just go with what they are saying and not looking back, you
Yes.
know. And that is why you see, that's why you need to be a role model. You need to be a mentor. So that by the time you are saying this, a lot of persons will know it's coming from the right source, and this person cannot go down in a moral upbringing or standard. I think you should start thinking about it. Hey, you
I
considering it already, right?
I'll give it a thought.
Consider it. Okay, so you did not answer my question. So back to my question. What is your about the love language thing?
I feel every individual have their love languages. Okay, generally we have these five specific love languages that have been mentioned. You said I think act of service, physical touch, gift, what's the other one? Affirmation, words of affirmation. I think what's the fifth one? I'm trying to get that fifth one. Then there are
So you
people
know
that
it.
when you
Ah.
there there are certain people that okay, everything about them. They are when you look at these five things, they actually are their love languages. There are a lot of people that pick one out of the five. There are some that have three out of that five. But basically, generally, we everyone have something that really triggers their love, something that spurs them or ignites their passion when it comes to their love life. So
So what
I
is your
believe
own
yes.
love language?
Ah, my own love language. I'm not giving anybody expo.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So people listening, please, you can type in the comment section. Let's know what's your own love language. Since
Yeah,
Jennifer doesn't want to
okay.
tell
Let
us,
me tell you my
Grace
love
is
languages.
Grace is saying, okay, hold on. Grace is saying, I just love the way she's bombarding me with the self-love thing. You see, you're already causing something in somebody.
Okay, my love language. I love one act of
No, 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 no.
service.
You don't have to say it.
No, it's fine. It's fine actually.
Okay.
I love my first love language is act of service. Okay, I love when you do little things for me. You know, there are things that are not really so cumbersome. All these little gestures, helping me out with one or two things, just being thoughtful. That is my first love language. Then secondly, I love words of affirmation. Okay, if you are not
Mm.
consistently affirming that love for me, it makes me feel one way, one kind of way. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So I love to constantly,
Oh.
you know, you go out every day as a lady, and a lot of guys are out there telling you, I love you, I do this, I do that, you are this, you are that, and you come home hoping to hear this from your partner, and it's not really coming. So I love words of affirmation. That's my second. Then
All right.
quality time. Quality time doesn't mean you have to spend all your day, all your time with me, no. But I really love to spend a good time with my partner. Either doing one of the things you love doing, watching movies, playing games, gisting, playing around, hanging out, and all of that. So gifts, definitely. Who doesn't like
All right.
gifts? I love gifts. So everybody that is saying, I don't like me, I like gift too. So if you are gifting me, guy, just bring it on.
So, listeners, you're hearing from her. You've seen all her love language, but I think people used to have one. But now she's having like 4, 5. Yeah,
I mean, like
she
four or
wants to get
five.
us
So
confused.
both of
But it's
them,
all
both of
is
them are
is
giving
all is all good.
five.
Grace, Grace is asking, how can one know their love language? Okay. Oh, Frayo Papi has given us the love languages: word of affirmation, act of service, receiving gifts, quality time,
Physical
physical
touch.
touch. These are
Yeah.
the 5 love languages. So how can you know your love language?
How can you as a person, out of these five that have been listed here, the ones that that ignites your passion more, okay? Is it words of affirmation? There's something out of these five, there is something your partner must do out of the five of them that you really love. Or personally, even without your partner doing it, this is something I love doing. Maybe you just like gifting, giving gifts. If you love somebody, You probably keep buying things for that person. That is your own way of showing you love someone. Then that
Mm,
means receiving
mm.
gifts likely is going to be your love language. Because for you to love gifting someone, you would also appreciate people gifting you. So
Love.
whichever one, yeah, yeah, whichever
Okay.
one, just look at the five love languages, whichever one it is that really ignites the one you feel happy when someone does it for you. Okay, I think that should be how to narrow down to what is your specific love language.
Okay. Oh, Grace, I hope she has answered your question. So look out for what touches your heart more, But let it not be physical touch, oh. You can
Why
choose every
not?
other
Why
thing.
not? There are people that have physical touch as their love language, but yes,
Anyway, okay, whatever works for you.
whatever.
So,
If it positively, if it has positive effects and not negative effects, as long as it works for you, go for it.
yeah. But please, whatever works for you at the same time, use your head, use your senses, don't use your emotions. Okay? So still try and make informed decisions about all of these things. I know some people are quite emotional, that some persons, some people can be a logical, objective about some things, and some people can easily be moved by emotions. So let's say the physical touch aspect of it, from that to that can lead to something and all of that. So while you're doing it, also be careful. Of course, we are we are putting this in the demography of young persons. Don't want you to go with the wrong mindset. Of course, if you are an adult, you are good to go. You can do whatever you like, but you are responsible for the decision you make. Nobody,
Exactly.
don't blame anybody. So long you are 18 and above by law, whatever you do, your actions, be responsible for it. All right, thank you. Okay, we are seeing Rejoice. Thank you, Rejoice. We'll see you. To know your love language is to first discover yourself or who you really are. Okay, from
Yeah.
Friday. All right. Then Grace is saying thank you. Grace also said we have heard our love language. Please, sir, can you share with us what your love
That's
language
true.
are?
Yes. What is your love
What
language?
what you are looking for, you will not see it. Grace, you really want to know my love language?
Of course, I
Okay,
also want
okay,
to know your
okay,
love language. So share with us.
okay. I think it's an act of service. That's for me. That's
Mm.
for me. It's the act of service. But then I've not really I'm a realist. I tell people that I'm a realist, and of course, I'm not saying I'm not emotional. I'm very emotional. I'm a guy. But they used to say that men should be very, very strong and all of that. But me, I'm emotional. But then I don't think up to this moment I can say this or that. That this is my love. But when it comes to service, especially to our community, this is what moves me. Giving back to our society. So you can touch me through that. Once you tell me let's go, we go. Gift, of course. Not that if you send me gift, I will not collect. So I will collect.
Who
But
doesn't like
this is
who doesn't like
yeah. Okay, Amaka is saying gifting one another brings strong bond. Yeah.
somebody? I completely agree with her.
Olama is saying, Jennifer, why did they
Ah,
dance? Jennifer, are you
for where you?
dancing?
I don't know. Ola, where are you
Okay,
seeing
well done,
me?
Uncle. Where you told your sister Jennifer. Amaka says self-love is the greatest love language you can offer to yourself.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
That is 100%
Olama is
true.
asking again what why are people so interested about my love language?
Tell
I'm
us.
not saying it
Let
again.
us know. We want to know your love language. Just
I've
repeat
said
it
it
so she
now.
can hear you. Eh, she didn't
There is
hear.
somebody here. There is somebody here that is planning some coup. I don't want her to hear. I'm keeping it to myself. So, but act of service goes for me. Act of service, any day, anytime. Okay. So,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this conversation. And see, the another favor you can do to us, to those watching, please, you can share the video, share it to your timeline, share it to your status, your friends, this so that they can watch, even though they are not watching live, they can watch later. Okay. So, and we are discussing everything Valentine, the misconception, what is Valentine itself, how should Valentine be celebrated. Fine, it is a relative statement. You know, everybody have their own way of celebrating Valentine, but then because of the wrong misconceptions about it, that's why we are having this conversation. And you know, young people, we are so, in a way, we don't really try to fact check a lot of information these days. Whatever thing somebody just puts out there, so long the person is in quotes a public figure or a celebrity, will just go ahead and dance to it. You know, at the end of the day, it becomes a detrimental decision for ourselves in the future, and that's why we are having this discussion. We hope that whatever we say tonight, we go a long way in helping the young people listening to better make more informed decision. Love is sweet, love is enjoyable, you know, and when you say you are in love or you're in a relationship, it comes with a lot of action words. And when I mean action, you need to be, it should be actionable, it should be expressed, you know, buying gifts, as we are talking the love languages, expressing it. Of course, you buy gifts, it's not all the time you, hello, it's not everything is not called. But the way you're doing it, also know there are things you should do in the right way. But then you understand that whatever decision you make, you're responsible for that decision. It's either he make you or he mar you. Okay, like my friend would say. So I really wished our second guest was live. I don't know what happened. I'm missing him already. How I wish he was here. It should have been more engaging and interesting. But all the same, he has been dropping some comment on the comment section, and we are seeing he is following. So, sir, whatever thing you feel you can add, just drop in the comment section, and I will read it for our listeners. Thank you. So, and we have here Jennifer Oka. Jennifer Oka, to me, she's a celebrity. She's a public figure, and she says she's a social. I can't lower my voice. Let me loud it. And she said she's a social media manager, and she has something in the pipeline that she's working on to bring out. Okay, I know personally, I'm looking forward to seeing that big idea coming to life. Trust me, I'm your number one fan. Any day, anytime. You know. All right. So one thing I also want to ask you now, what
Okay.
would be your advice to young people when going into a relationship? You know, when should even be the right time for them to say, I want to be in a relationship, and how should they go about the relationship thing generally?
Okay, first I would like to say that love and sex are two different things entirely, okay? Love, sex is not a proof of love. Now, when we are making sex look like it is a proof of love, that is when we are making a huge mistake. Sex is never a proof of love. That is why you see men, they could have sex with any lady without having any feelings attached to it. That is why we see prostitutes. There are brothels where people go to sleep with ladies, and so definitely we can. Love is not, sex is not a proof of love. So if you are going into a relationship and you're having sex in mind as a proof of love, perish that idea right now. Because if you want, have as much sex as you want. There's this post I used to see. They said different styles, give them monkey in the shadow style and all the rest of it.
Mm.
Yes, that would not keep a relationship. Sex can never keep a relationship because it is not a proof of love. Men could sleep with anybody without having any feelings for the lady. And at the end of the sex, they just move on, get up, dust off, and continue with their regular lives. Now, I won't categorically say this is the age when you are supposed to fall in love because I know our parents, they got married around 18, 17, 16, 19 years. But in this generation, yes, I've seen people in this Gen Z getting married at the age of 18. Now, this is, I feel when, before you go into a relationship, you should have been mentally, emotionally matured for a relationship. If you're not emotionally matured, if you're not mentally matured, financially you should be to some extent before you start thinking of going into a relationship. Because relationship is not just as rosy as we all think it is. Once you watch in most movies, the way they paint relationship to be in most movies are not the way they are in reality. So before you go into a relationship, you should be prepared for it mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, every ramification. Just make sure that you are ready for whatever is going to come with that relationship. Now, going into a relationship and someone is telling you, if you love me, have sex with me, my dear, run for your life. Because,
Mm.
yes, if you love me, sex should not be your priority. Okay? There are other ways to prove to someone that you love the person. That is why we mentioned our love languages. There are other ways you can know, okay, yes, this person really loves me. But if it is true sex, sex is never a proof of love. So my advice to young ones
Okay.
coming up is first, know what you want. If you know what you want in life, it will really guide you into the kind of relationship you'll be going into.
Thank you. Because of our time, we are almost getting to the end of the
Okay.
event. Quick one. Grace is saying, "Thank you, sir, for the audience." But the question in quotes, I want is out of the subject. Okay, but how possible is it for a lady who is financially insecure to be in an ideal relationship? Can you give an answer to that?
A lady who is financially insecure to be in an ideal relationship. Well, it's quite easier
Financially
for insecure.
insecure,
Okay, financially
is it not?
unstable.
But
Let's say financially.
I think that should be
Let's
yeah,
financially unstable. Now,
yes.
it's quite easier for ladies who are financially unstable to be in a relationship than it is for guys in this generation. Now, as a lady, even if you're financially unstable, make sure you have something, probably a skill that you can always fall back to. Okay, you might not have a nine to five job that is constantly bringing you income, but have a skill that will bring in something for you at the end of the day. It might not be paying off now, but you know, okay, within so and so period of time, I've acquired this skill. Within this period of time, I should be able to have something coming in because you would definitely need to support your man at some point in life. So it's not about how financially stable you are as a lady. It is the plans you are making towards financial stability.
Mm,
What are your plans towards
mm,
achieving that financial
mm.
stability while going into a relationship?
So I know there's been a lot of discussion about what ladies bring to the table.
What do you bring
Some, a lot of what does men bring to the table and all of that. I think what you just said is like the perfect answer to it. At some point, although some cultures doesn't allow the lady be to really contribute to the family in a way, so it's solely the man that provide. But in other crimes, men provide and why the lady supports. So, and I believe Grace is also fall in the sector where they can support the house. So, and what you said is just the best suit answer to it. It doesn't mean You should not, because you not being financially stable, not express love or not enjoy the beauty that comes with you having a relationship or being in love with someone, but at the same time, it is what your plan, what are your future goals, what are the plans you have, and I think that's where the whole of what does lady bring to the table. You can be beautiful. You can be beautiful. Men, of course, at the end of the day, the man can fall in love because of what he's saying. But at the end of the day, when the love fades or when the beauty fades, what else? What are you now bringing? So it might not be financially buoyant now, but what are the plans you're making towards being financially stable? So there are things you can do, get a skill, learn stores online. When we started, we were talking about the dollar rates now going, and you were saying we should look towards having an Upwork account or something that could give us, even Bitcoin now is like $51,000. You could imagine, so young people, please, let's not relent. There are a lot of information out there, positive ones, both negative, but let's look towards building ourselves in the positive light. You understand? So, Grace, I hope this answers your question. And Rose Felix, thank you for joining. We'll see you. It has been an amazing time chatting with Jennifer Oka. Unfortunately, our second guest could not join. We don't know what happened. We've been trying to add him. He could not. It wasn't successful, although he was still contributing in the comment section. I hope next time we'll fix this. It doesn't repeat itself. So sorry, Mr. Friday, for not being able to join the live session. To all our listeners, all those who joined us live, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time. We really appreciate you joining. I cannot mention you all, but Grace, Olama, Amaka, Friday, Rose Felix, we'll see you. Thank you, guys. And this series continues. We look for other exciting topics and other people that will bring to the show to talk to us. And these are issues that as it relates to young people and how we can make more informed decision. So, final note, Madam Jennifer, the final note before we call it today.
Okay. Still in the spirit of love is in the air, love is in the air, love is in the air. I just want to tell everyone that a day is not enough to express love to your partner. As a couple, you have 365 days in a year to tell your partner I love you, to buy gifts for your partner, to make your partner feel special on each of these 365 days. So do not limit yourself to February 14th. Don't keep packing and piling it up until February 14th. February 14th comes once in a year. But in a year, we have 365 days. So make maximum use of it to ensure that your partner feels love, okay? And on February 14th, which is the Lovers' Day of St. Valentine's Day, I would urge everyone to go out there, express love, share love, spread love to people, especially to those who are less privileged, because they're the ones that need to know that we care, we love them more than because these people they really need someone to let them know that yes, despite whatever condition or situation or circumstances there might be, we still love and we care for each other. Despite the economic situation of Nigeria, the rising dollar and all. Yes, we care about each and everyone. So Valentine is for you to share love with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your colleagues, your neighbors. So let us stop. And again, please, it's not all about sex. Remove sex from that dictionary of Valentine's Day, okay? It's not a day for you to go and gift your boyfriend or your partner sex. No way. It's not about sex. So that is all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam, Miss, Mentor, Celebrity Jennifer. I know after this, we're going to push this video out And I'm hoping that people come to your DM for you to mentor them, because I think you really deserve um you deserve your flowers, all of that. So thank you so much for joining us live. It has been an amazing time with you on this live show discussing about everything Valentine. I hope when we call you again, you will answer us. Yeah?
Yeah,
Yes, don't worry. We from all of us, at the Sustainable Explorer series, we love you. We love you. Thank you. And God bless you. And to all our listeners, those who joined live, those who will watch later, thank you. We love you. And we hope to see you in our next series. Thank you. And do have a lovely night rest. Tomorrow,
Bye.
bye. Signing out.